Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be presenting about Google Classroom. So I'm going to share my screen. So Google Classroom. Okay. So Google Classroom is a free web-based platform that integrates your G Suite. So if you have Google Meets, Google Forms, Google Docs, Google Drive, it'll put it all together. And it's easy to organize and create content for your classroom. How to use Google Classroom. So you can add announcements, and it's a good way to communicate with your class and give them up-to-date information. You can create an assignment, a quiz, a question, attach material, or reuse an old post. So if you post something, like if you post a question, you can repost the same question every day if you wanted to without recreating it. You can organize your class with topics. So if you had like different subjects, you can categorize it into subjects, and you can grade and return your work on there. So the first step is you would go to Google Classroom. This is the link. And then you would have a screen that kind of looks like this. And you would hit the add button to create your class. I created one for a prior class, so that's mine right there. And then you can name it whatever you want to. And then you add information about your class. So for example, I added my second grade class, and then I put subjects all, and then I put the room that I'm currently in. And then once you're done with that, you can create it. And then you have a class code. It's kind of tiny, but you have a class code so you can use your students and they're able to log on and connect. Also, you can send a Meet link too. So if you want to do like a Google Meet, you can easily just click the link right here and it'll send it to all your kids. So that's the code, and then this is the Meet link. So if you like want to use Google Meet, you can just easily click that. Like, so if we were virtual, you would be able to click that. How to customize your Google Classroom. You can select the theme. So you can click a theme you want to create. So if you want to have your own background, you can, or you can upload your own photo. So something like this. So you can pick a picture that they have, or you can upload your own. And then I'm just going to show you how to get onto Google Classroom. So if you were to create your own, you would hit the plus, and then you would hit create class. So let's say I wanted to do another second grade class. I would just put second grade Robinson. This section can be like mostly used for high school, so if you have different sections. And the subject would be all. And then the room is 611, grade Robinson. This section can be like mostly used for high school, so if you have different sections. And the subject would be all. And then the room is 611. So then I'm going to hit create. It's creating. Okay, so now I want to select a different theme. So I'm going to hit select theme, and maybe I want to use other. So I like this because I'm on Anchor, so I'm going to choose the Anchor theme. I'm going to hit a check, and it should work. It should upload. See if it does. No. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to hit select class theme, and now it's changed. You can upload your own picture if you would like. And then you have your class code, and your kids can just type it in, or you can send the link. And then if you wanted to generate a Google Meet link, you would just hit generate, and then your kids would be able to see it. Then to create work, you would hit classwork. So you can create a Google Meet, a Google Calendar. So if you wanted them to see like what is due on what day, if you're virtual or hybrid, you can do that. Or if you want to have a specific folder for your drive. So this is my drive. It's empty right now for my classroom, but if I wanted to share something off of one of my school drives, I could. And then I can create something I want to. So let's say I wanted to create a quiz. I could click quiz and I could title it, I'll do comparing numbers. And then I could just add a file. So I can add a Google Drive file that's already on my Google Drive. I can add a link, a file that I already have, or a YouTube video. And then I can make my own instructions. So it's kind of like Seesaw. Or I could create my own Google Doc or slides or anything else from Google Suite and create my own document. And then you can do all your students if you wanted to, if you have them on here. Or you can pick what students you want to use. And then you can have a grading scale. So if you want to do 100 points or ungraded, which is not graded, and then you can have a due date that you want to add. And then if you want, you can add a topic. It's also cool in here, you can do a rubric. You can create your own rubric. So you can have a point system. If they have like an essay or like a writing prompt that you want them to create and you want to use a rubric, you can do that as well. I'm going to exit out of assignment. And then I could create a question. So like, let's say I wanted to do, what are nouns? I could create something with what are nouns and they can give me a short answer. Or I can add maybe a file about it or a Google Drive or a YouTube video. So they can watch the video and then do like a response for it. And then I can also do a grading system here too. And then I could also do, I could reuse a post. Reuse a post. So I could reuse one of these questions again if I wanted to do review. And then this is how you add your students. So if we were to do it, we could do it through their Gmail account, or you could type their name in. You would obviously have to invite them to Google Classroom. So you would have to send the link out and they'd be able to click it because I think Google Classroom's on the iPads. So they would just be able to hit it or just put the class code in and be able to use it. Let's see if I can exit. Hold on, my computer's stuck. Okay. And then you can also add grades here too. So every time you grade something, it would be here. And that's pretty much it. Any questions? I'll stop sharing my screen. No questions?
I saw on the left there was a to-do screen. Does that show from when you create the assignment?
To do is like what I think it's like the due date or like you have to do. So you can create like a description and say like this is what I need you to do. So it's more of a description box.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. No other questions? Okay, well, this is it. Thank you for meeting me for Google Classroom. And next time we will be discussing Google Forms. And I will be sending out a link. I'm just going to share it one more time. A link. And can everybody see my screen? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to be sharing a link, and if you could just respond to it, and that's it. And then it submits. It's through Google Forms. So you just have to hit submit when you're done.
Thank you so much. That was so informative.
Thank you.
Thank you.